Hey guys, why you should, and today we're going to talk about another thing that comes from my work and from the fact that I have a job now, and it's the subject of procrastination, which is something that I always heard about, and everybody talks about it on social networks, and you see it on TV, and when in all kinds of shows that laugh about it and stuff like that, and it's a very common subject that you work, but you're at your office job, and you also have Facebook open or a YouTube video, and you browse occasionally, you procrastinate, not actually do your job. It's also a lot talked about in terms of studying and how you got homework to do, but you don't really do that. But in this case, we're going to talk about the job side of it, and everybody does it. This time, I've never really seen it before, but now I have, I see it firsthand from people that I work with, and everybody does it, except for me, which is kind of weird, but I think I'm like the only one who doesn't really do that, and that's, it's interesting to me that it's actually true. I never thought that it was to that extent, but everybody has Facebook, and everybody wastes some time on watching things or reading Reddit or doing those things, and it's just a little weird for me, but I completely understand where it's coming from. But I really, really just try and avoid it. And I don't actually try and avoid it. I almost always succeed in doing that. And it was rather simple. I just don't have Facebook on my work computer. I just did not log into Facebook. I just didn't. I also didn't get my email. I only used the work email there. And this is true for everything, because now I have a phone. Okay, I have a good phone, a proper phone. I don't know if it's a good phone, but I have a proper smartphone, and I can have Facebook on there and games on there and whatever. And I have nothing. I don't have a single game, and I don't have Facebook or anything or any social networks. And by the way, that keeps my battery from not dying because I have like no notifications, and this phone can totally last for 2 days without recharging. Just letting you know, because there's just not much on it. There's just Wi-Fi open. That's it. And it just survives. But I don't have Facebook on it. I don't have any. The only way to text me is to text me, okay, and not any other way. And the only thing at work that's actually from my private life is Skype. Skype is always open for me for whatever, because I use it for work as well. Because I use Skype at work. So that's the only thing. I don't have Facebook, and that's why I don't go to Facebook. Now, in terms of procrastination and not actually working, on the computer, that doesn't happen for me. On the computer, I'm always working or dealing with things that are related to work. There are obviously talks and being social face-to-face with other people and talking with other people on subjects beyond work. That's totally fine. That's communicating with your coworkers and mingling with your coworkers, and that's completely fine in my book, and should be. You want to be friends with the people that you work with every single day, and I'm very lucky to have wonderful people at my job, so I'm really happy with everybody. I don't have anyone I hate, at least so far, but I don't have Facebook on my phone. I don't have Facebook on. I just don't do those things, and it is that simple. That simple as just not having those things. I just don't have it. That's it. Solved. And I don't think that I work more than other people. And I don't think that I can say that. I mean, I only see, and not even that, I only see like my team, people who really are in the same room as I am and maybe working on the same projects, and I can only see how much they manage to do during a day because I'm next to them. But even that I can't actually say how much people manage to do, and I don't think I'm especially faster or better or more productive. More productive is probably the most correct way. I don't think I'm more productive than other people just because of those things, but keeping them to a minimum and separating my work life and my private life just really works out for me, and I think that's something that should really be considered by most people. If you use Facebook, if you have a good reason to have one of those things, such as Facebook, to communicate with people that you work with, because that's the way you use. Clearly, there should be a proper way. And I'm not a huge fan of Skype in the workplace as well. There are other solutions that work better, but it takes integrating and getting people used to different methods. But the less things you could do, the better. Like totally, the better it is. And I just really try not procrastinate, and that's the thing. When I'm at home, because I've worked at home a lot when working on Ambi on my game when I was a student, on my final student game. I worked only from home pretty much. And there, yeah, I didn't work as much as I work now at my job, but it's much simpler for me to not do those things now because of this separation between private life. Here I am at home in my room, and I'm at work in the office, and I just don't have Facebook there. Bam. And I don't have Twitter there, and I don't have all my emails there. As simple as that. And that's something that you should really try and consider. And it's just, sometimes you have that fix, and I do find myself like, there's no one doing this. It's like, maybe a Facebook, and it's like, oh wait, I don't have it. Well, damn, then I won't do it. And that's just because I don't have it. And that really helps. So log off and just don't go there. And remove it from your bookmarks or whatever it is that you use, because at home here I have shortcuts for everything. It's just WinKey R, and I have my shortcuts. I don't have that at work because I'm using a Mac instead of a Windows, which we will talk about next week. That's a segue to next week's Why You Should. But yeah, that's my thoughts about procrastination and how I'm dealing with it, or completely eliminating it, or almost completely eliminating it. There's always something that maybe something very specific that you want to check, then that's fine. But the core of procrastination, for most people, I just don't have that. I just don't. Well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, as usual. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you managed to do as well as I am right now. Huh? Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.